Alright, hello once again. This is Jeff Scott of Rankin Technical College, welcoming you back to our Rankin Technical College Summer Adventure Academy. I'm going over the last part of the third website that we're creating right now using a product that's called Mobirise, which is a drag and drop type of thing. And so far, what we're doing is we're recreating the website that we created in here. Alright, and I don't have the running bootstrap example, etc. But this is what I have. Okay? So the next thing that's shown in there, and the good news is this is very simple to do, was our About page. And our About page had our working, alright, it had our working slideshow. Now you may remember, or you can go back and take a look at the last lecture that I did for this. It's not that it's problematic, but for lack of better words, it's kind of laborious. It's long because there's quite a bit of code that you have to put in. Let's see what we have to do for here. So we're going to go to add a block to the page. I'm going to go to and look for at least info, scroll, forms, maps, footers. No, what do we want? Sliders. So I'm going to add a slider down here. Boom. Okay. Well, what do I want to do? Well, the first thing I want to do is I want to click in here. You have to realize that each slide is its own page to Mobirise. So I'm going to click on here, which is going to bring up my block parameters. And I don't want to show my text. And I don't want to show any buttons. Okay, plus I want this that says slide 1. I want this to say sunrise. Okay. And I want it to be pretty centered, so there it is. Now next I want to click on the image, go to my block parameters, and click on this box here for the image. Okay, boom. And I'll browse my computer, find my new sunrise, click open. It's not linking any place, so I can just click OK. Boom, there's my first one. Alright, go over to my second one here. We're going to do the same kind of thing in here, so I'm going to click on my block parameters. I, again, don't want the text, don't want the buttons. I want to change here where it says slide 2. I want to change that to, I think it was leaf. Alright, I will again make sure as much as possible that I center that. Click on here, go to my block parameters, click on the image, browse my computer, find new leaf, open that, click OK. Alright, I am now 2/3 of the way done with my slideshow. Go to my third one. You know the drill by now. I'm going to click in here, and this one said sunset. Alright, click in my block parameters. Again, remove the text, remove the buttons, click on the image, click Browse Computer, choose New Sunset, click OK. So as far as I now have my slideshow. It works, and I can either use these buttons, I can click down here, and I do believe that it'll actually start and take over by itself, so to speak. Alright, so I now have this page, and I have this page. Alright, so it's time to go in and put in our form. Luckily, they've got a couple forms that you can include here. And I'm going to choose this one and drag it down to the bottom and let go. And it says contact form here. And how did ours look? Ours was inline, remember. And we had a close button and a submit button. But we had first name, last name, email address, and message. Well, if I click on the block parameters here, not a whole lot that's in there. I can put in an image. I can change the background color. Alright, I can change the color of my font. Alright. So what I did was I combined these. I left the, I said we don't really need the phone. So I removed that one. Okay. And clicked OK. Then you notice the phone's gone. I clicked in here where it's got name, and I changed that to full name. And because, so you see that's in there. Okay. And I clicked on the button because the button that was here, let's see, I think that it was bluish. Okay. And I don't have a close because this isn't modal. Okay. So now I've got pretty much, I've replicated my site. I did not put in the footer, so let's go and look at the footer one more time. So you'll notice that we've got these footers that are right here. We've got this footer which has got an image, this footer which does not, and this footer which actually has a map. I don't know what this one even is. Oh, there it is down there. Well, sometimes you get what you want by kind of screwing up. So that's the one. Let's move this and let's change it to what we had there in ours. So what did we have? So I'm going to close this and go down to my footer. And I've got Jeff Scott Inc. 2017, and I've got those social icons. Well, we're going to see if we can add those. So, Jeff Scott Inc. That's just got a copyright symbol with 2017, so I don't need the word copyright. All right. And I'm actually going to look at these, and I'm going to get, actually, let's try to get rid of this. Okay. Now, with what I want to do, I think if I align, it aligns everything, and that's not what I want. See that? I don't know, there may be a way to just align parts, but I don't know what those are. So I don't know if I can come in here and actually add social media icons or not. There is social media, but I believe with the social media that it's going to, there it is, social. Okay, so I think it's going above. See that share this page? That's not exactly what I want. All right, but if I click on Facebook here and I go to my blocks, we've got Facebook, Google, and Twitter if we want people to share it. Well, we've got our colors, which is kind of nice. I don't really want this share this page. I don't need that, so it's gone. I can play with the background color as far as I know. Code, save user blocks, drag blocks. And I can make it like that kind of softish gray, but actually I'd like to make it this color that's right here. And it looks like that's the color. So let's come back up here and go to color. Oops, I want to go here. Here. Block parameters, color, here, and let's try to put that in. Looks like, unfortunately, it's the same color. I don't know what color this is here. That's what it is. So we'll come back to here. And you'll notice it kind of blends in together now. Now, does this look the way I want it to look? No. All right. I want to come in here and I want to, let's bold it first of all. Link. I could have it linked back someplace. I don't want to do that. I'll tell you what though, let's try something here. I'm going to tab over and I'm going to put down to, I'm going to put top. And I'm going to put in here slideshow. And I'll put in here a little bit more tab room than I actually wanted. So we've got tab, we've got top, we've got slideshow, which also should be capitalized. Okay, so I've got top, I've got slideshow. Come on. And there's top, there's slideshow. How about form? We'll say contact form. All right. I have no idea if what I'm going to do in here right now is going to work or not work. So I'm going to click on top. I'm going to click the link. All right, link. And where do I want it to go? Well, top, page anchor. And I want it to go to the top of my page. I think that's going to work, but we're going to find out. Slideshow. And we're going to try to link that also. Link it to the slider. And we'll go to the contact form. And again, come in here. Put it forward. Okay. Well, let's see what it looks like. Okay. We've got home, we've got about, and we've got contact. All right. The only thing I'd like to add is for the about, I kind of like where all these are going. But can I click on here and link that to our contact form? There's our form. Insert link. Okay, so that should be done. Home, well, we just want it to be to the home. So if we do click it, we'll just send it right to the top. All right. And the about, we're kind of here already. But for the about, let's have that go to the slider. All right. So instead of about, let's go to our, we want to go here, we want to go to our block parameter. No, I don't know if we can change this or not. Color, add, mobile, ooh, more. Text. There we go. We'll just call this slideshow. And we'll link that right to the actual slideshow. All right. So I know that's different than what we had, but let's check. Contact. Should show you that if we view this, this is how it's going to look right now on a mobile phone. As far as I can tell, that looks pretty darn good. All right. This is how it's going to look on a tablet. Again, I think it looks pretty good. And this is how it looks on the desktop. Now, there is a preview in browser, which is what I'm going to do right here. So this is what it looks like right now if we do look at it in a browser. Well, let's check out those links. Slideshow, boom, contact, yes, top, looks good. Let's go back down to the bottom again. Slideshow, contact, let's go home. This isn't going to do much down here because we're already at the contact form. All right, but hopefully what you got out of this is I didn't spend much time on this. This is a one-page site. Quite often this is called a landing page. All right? And literally in just a few minutes worth of time, we were able to do a lot of dragging and dropping, not write any code whatsoever, okay, and actually get this to work. Now, a couple things as we go on here. First, you'll notice we saw the preview in browser. There's also, you can publish this to your own drive. So if I wanted to take this right now and send this to Rankin server, I could do that via FTP. That's one thing. The second thing is if you look in here, there are things in here I did not cover. There's, we put in the navigation. I could put in just a main page, excuse me, if I wanted to. They call it a header, but I didn't. So we probably could have added that header and taken that header where we've got Mobirise, put that right there, all right, and jacked around with this. And because our header, I click on this and go back to our block parameters, and let's see, what did this look like? In our actual site, we had this running bootstrap example with the buttons. So we could have done that. So we could have had this say running bootstrap example. All right. And it's a little big, so I can come over to here and I can click more. It's 46 point. So we can cut it down. What if we cut it down to 36 point? Boom, it all fits. All right, what else did we have there? We had running bootstrap example. This is a running bootstrap example. That's all, folks. So we can change that to this. All right, this was black. So we can go and first of all, let's bold it. I guess it was bolded. We can click link. I don't want to do that. Let's just kill that. Come on. All right, so I can click on here, go to my block parameter, content align, and center it. Okay, there it all is centered. Now, with the buttons, we can add another button. Okay, so we've got running bootstrap example. This is a bootstrap example. That's all, folks. Again, I'm just trying to quickly make it kind of look like this. It's not going to look the same. So I want a bootstrap 3 and a bootstrap 4 button. Okay, this first button right here, we want to change the color. We'll make it blue. And we want the text on it to say I think we just click on this text. Yep. Bootstrap 3. And this one, we're going to make green. It's going to say Bootstrap 4. And we'll click on that for the coloring, and we'll make it green. All right. This didn't have any special coloring here, so I'm going to go here and try to find the background color. Just make it white. There's that. Okay, so now it's kind of bleeding together. Now the problem is there's our text, which is there, but you just can't see it. So let's go back here. Let's do this first. Let's go to our background color, which we made white. Let's make it black there. Now that stuff sticks out. Back, let's make it yellow. There we go. Now I'm going to grab this text here, and I'm going to click on color and change it to black, and do the same thing here. Click on it and change it to black. Now I can go to our background color for our actual form and make that white. Okay? The only thing I didn't do was to link these buttons up. There should be a way that I can go in and remove some of this excess space in here. I don't know what it is. All right? So if I come into here, I click on that, And I want to click link. And remember, I wanted this to say http://getbootstrap.com. Alright, yeah, open it in a new window is a good idea. I should be really doing that for all those. So insert link. I'm going to go back and change those other ones too. For this one, well, what is that? I always forget that URL. Good news is it's always put right there. So, big thing is remember that it's HTTPS, not HTTP. You put in HTTPS, it won't open. So again, we will open that also in a new window. Alright. And these buttons here, I should do the same thing. So this, I want to click link, and I want to make sure that opens in a new window. Insert link. That one, link. Make sure that opens in a new window. Insert link. That one, link. Open up in a new window. Insert link. Now, what else? Do I have any other buttons? I've got the contact us, but I'm not going to do that. Alright, notice that these two fields here are both mandatory. Alright, so I'm going to go back and preview this in my browser. Okay, there's running bootstrap example. Again, it's bigger here than I want it to be, but if I type this in, okay, I've got that open, and it's in a new window. There it is in a new window, so let's close both those. So those open up in a new window like I wanted them to. I didn't change these. These should also be opening up in a new window. So there's my HTML5 tutorial, my CSS3 tutorial, my Bootstrap tutorial. Those are all working. There's my slideshow. Here's my contact form. And notice with a contact form, if I try to send it, and it says please fill out these two fields, I put in my name here, and I put in my email address. Alright, and I say, wow, Mobirise really rocks. And I click Contact Us. Thanks for filling out the form. Let's go and see if I actually got information back. There's my contact form, name, email, and message. Now, I don't know about you, but I think for the amount of work that we put into this, this is pretty darn cool. So the only thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this run. I'm going to go back in here to Mobirise, and I want to make sure, since these are, I thought they were clickable, maybe I'm wrong. Video URL, no, I don't want that. Cancel. I thought these were clickable. Show header, etc., etc. There, we want that to open in a new window. We want this one to open in a new window. And we want this one to open in a new window. So again, if I go back and preview it in the browser, you've already seen these running. You've seen this. You've seen this. Alright. Now if I click on here, there's my HTML tutorial in a new window. My CSS3 tutorial in a new window. My Bootstrap in a new window. Okay, that all was looking really good. The only thing is, I think I can change these. See, this is just going to regular, I think this goes to regular Facebook. Alright, so there's Google+, there's Twitter. I already have Facebook open, I believe, and I think that's why it's doing that, but I'm not sure. Let's see this. So, the only thing that I would probably go back and try to work on at least a little bit here in my site, in my Mobirise site, is I would go back to what I have here, okay, and if I click on this, and I click on the block parameters, notice it says just Facebook, Google, and Twitter. Okay, this gets me to the very last point because I'm just finishing up here. I've got stuff here you won't have if you look at this. And the stuff is down at the bottom. And the big one here is what's called HTML. That's that code editor. So I can go in and I can modify the actual CSS code here that's being created. That's the good news. The bad news is as soon as I start to modify, all this thing that says block parameters where I got all this stuff, that goes away. All right. So again, what I attempted to do in two, hopefully you think, very short lectures, were to come in here and rebuild the other Bootstrap example that we did and rebuild it using Mobirise. Okay, hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the class. Thanks for watching.